I was watching a video one day, and this video had a sponsorship built into it. I did not know this right away. I just listened to a saleswoman talk about all the magical benefits of kimchi, which is just a mixture of fermented vegetables and spices that originated in Korea somewhere. I heard all kinds of wild claims, like how it removes microplastics from the body, and how it can make your hair fuller and burn fat and make you live longer, and so on and so forth. I was already highly suspicious by the time this saleswoman said her company isolated the best parts of kimchi and turned it into a special pill you can take 3 times a day and solve all of your weird bodily issues that doctors can't solve. Then the affiliate link came in and it was a done deal. Suspicions confirmed. I don't actually care about this specific company or this specific sponsorship I saw. What I wanted to know was what truth is being exaggerated to be able to make such claims. As it turns out, kimchi will not be curing cancer or erasing dementia, at least not that I could tell. There's no evidence that it would, but who knows, maybe in 10 years it will. Anyway, I did not find evidence that these wild claims were true, but I did spot an interesting connection. Kimchi is a fermented food, and this means that it is absolutely crawling with bacteria. Its preparation kills off pathogens because it has tons of salt and strong spices like ginger and garlic. Despite being a petri dish food, it is technically safe to eat if prepared and stored correctly. It's considered a probiotic, which means it contributes to the massive colony of bacteria in your gut right now. Probiotics exist in this weird space where they are proven to work, but they aren't reliable problem solvers unless used for very specific problems. They kind of either don't do anything noticeable or they do a lot for you. It's a really interesting pattern for any food. And this is when I started thinking about how biology describes the concept of biodiversity. In an ecosystem of any kind, including your gut, having a large number of species fulfilling the same or similar roles in the ecosystem creates a more resilient ecosystem. With 5 different animals that all eat grass, one species can experience hardship or go extinct without destabilizing the entire system. The grass will still be eaten by the remaining 4 animals. This is true inside your gut as well. The more types of bacteria there are in your gut, the more resilient your gut is as a little, microcosm. In real life terms, this usually means less intestinal issues, less allergies, less immune system issues, stuff like that. So, because kimchi is a soup of bacteria, it actually improves the biodiversity of your gut and creates a more stable ecosystem inside your body. How that actually affects your body will depend on if there are any imbalances to begin with. Plus, since kimchi includes different types of vegetables and spices, that alone can solve many subtle nutrient deficiencies that modern diets cause. The very act of eating kimchi is likely a healthy thing to do. Actually, it almost certainly is a healthy thing to do. The idea of a kimchi pill is absurd because bacteria colonies are almost entirely uncontrollable outside of the most sterile labs on Earth. Each batch of kimchi is going to be a unique balance of bacteria based on every little microvariable involved in its creation. So isolating the good parts of kimchi into a pill is basically impossible. You can't do it. And if you did, it would be really, really, really expensive. The value of foods like kimchi and other probiotics is not any one particular strain, although there are good strains that can be identified. The real value is in the introduction of biodiversity into your body, which improves the stability of your gut. Fun fact about me, I grew up in a perpetually warm climate with animals and lots of sources of bacteria. I put dog toys in my mouth as a baby, used dog toys that is. I played in warm mud, got dirt in my mouth quite often, swam in a pool of barely treated water that turned green during the summer, and generally exposed myself to huge amounts of everyday bacteria that are generally regarded as harmless. As an adult, I almost never get sick. I think I get sick like once every couple of years at most. My childhood food sensitivities are gone, and I don't really get any intestinal issues unless I get like food poisoning or something. One time I did get so sick that it messed up my ability to digest oils from tree nuts, mainly cashews, which I ate a lot. My body temperature got very high, and I imagine the change in body temperature killed off some bacteria in my gut, thus the issues with only certain types of oils. This is all to say that bacteria actually play a very big role in our lives, and trying to avoid them altogether likely only does more harm than good. Kimchi only works because it's a petri dish food that absolutely overflows with bacteria, and the best it will do is introduce more balance to an imbalanced body. It might be good for you, but it still won't save either of us from my autism.